Game 3 is with prosperity, and there doesn't seem to be much to do here other than just get a lot of treasures and then buy colonies. There is Den of Sin which draws, so it looks like you just want to play with Den of Sin and some money. However, I entertained some different ideas. There is Mint I was looking at. There's also Leprechaun, which is very nice when you trigger it, meaning playing it as the 7th card. There's Loan that you could possibly open with a Conclave. There's also Leprechaun as my opponent did here. Maybe Conclave he's going for, or Loan. Probably not Loan if he bought the Leprechaun. So like I said, I had some different ideas other than the traditional just buy Den of Sin and play money kind of thing. And it has to do with this Guardian opening. So opening Guardian means that you can get to 5 on your second turn here. And I am going to pull down a Mint here. Alternatively, I could have pulled down a Den of Sin. But I do pull down the Mint. It's a little bit different to 5-2 on the Mint because you have the Guardian in your deck. And you also have an extra copper. So it's not so big of a hit to your economy to open with Mint via Guardian. So now the next step of the plan for me here was to try to get to 5 as quickly as possible to get Dens of Sin into play, and then I'll probably go after a Leprechaun, which is why I bought the second Guardian there. I didn't have money to buy a silver, so I purchased the second Guardian instead. Still don't get to 5, but I will take a Conclave or 2 here. On the other hand, my opponent, he does get to 5. He opened a bit more traditionally, right, with a Leprechaun. The Leprechaun, he is basically telling me with this line of plays that he is going to just, take the hexes as they come. He already took Misery, now he's taken War, and he's just going to flood his deck with gold and go from there. Very simple, easy to execute plan here. So he does have a couple Dens of Sin now, and Den of Sin is a nice card because it kind of chains to itself in the sense that, okay, if you are able to buy one, you'll draw a couple extra cards on your next turn, and you'll probably be able to buy another one after that, and you can keep chaining these Den of Sin purchases. Still no 5 for me, and this is much later than I would like. My opponent has 3 Dens of Sin, meaning he's hit 5 3 times. I have not been able to hit 5 since that turn 2 Mint. So perhaps the economy hit was too big for me to take there, or perhaps I'm not playing out of the Mint opening properly. At any rate, I do have a Leprechaun. I played for the first time here, so I should be getting to 5 with a gold in my deck now, right? Should be. Again, no 5 for me here, but like I said, with the density of the estates in your deck, it's perhaps not terribly unlikely for you to not hit 5. Anyway, my opponent gets a Mint and he trashes 3 coppers and 2 silvers, so that's okay for him, I guess. It's okay. The Mint, I feel like he just wanted it more for being able to mint gold and perhaps platinum in the future. So again, still this is not 5. If this was Lighthouse it would be 5, but it's not 5, it's 4. And I don't want another Conclave, so I'm just going to pass here. I don't even want another silver because I know that I have the gold coming up and I have a Guardian in play. I should be able to get to 5 here to start this Den of Sin chain flowing. So my opponent gets up to platinum there, so things look very bad for me here. I just had too slow of a start to really contest this middle game here, and really the end game. I don't even have as many gold as my opponent. This is what, my second gold, and he already has a platinum. So I finally get the Den of Sin into play. The reason for the Leprechaun is that I'm hoping, I don't know why I'm hoping for this, but I'm hoping to be able to get the Leprechaun to trigger to give me wishes, and then I'll get cities for free. So my plan is to run the Dens of Sin out, and then I'll use my large number of Dens of Sin to get the Leprechaun to trigger, and then I'll be able to gain cities and have a lot of draw. Very slow, very very slow. What does the draw do for you? Not much. You're just trying to hit 11 here. There's no plus buy on the board except for if you empty the city pile alongside the Den of Sin pile. So here could be platinum, should have been platinum, but I'm just going to stick to my guns stubbornly and, die trying, so to speak. So first colony for my opponent, coming up with a lot of money, a lot of money. He perhaps was a bit unhappy there to see both platinum because he would have liked to mint one. But he's getting to mint a gold, so that's nice for him. Still, he's going to pick up a Den of Sin, so I think he has 4, and I think I will end up with 6 of them, but like I said, it's not really going to matter. You don't care about drawing your deck. I was just obsessed with the Leprechaun wish gain in here, but in hindsight now, it's far more unrealistic than I initially thought. I thought it would be a stretch at the beginning to get that to work. This was the closest I got all game. This was the closest I got all game. I could get 6 cards in play, but not quite make the Leprechaun the 7th, which is unfortunate. Unfortunate. Even if I had gotten 1 wish, I'd have felt, at least, hooray, I managed to get 1 wish. I refuse to play the Leprechaun here because I am scared of the Militia Hex. Do not want it to cut my hand size. So, I'm not going to play the Leprechaun. I have enough gold anyway. I just minted into 1. And I pick up the last Den of Sin. Again, could have been platinum, should have been platinum, but when you're stubborn, bad things sometimes happen to you. And at this point I feel like, well, I don't really want to, just go directly after what my opponent is doing. He's already way ahead on that, and if I follow him I'll just lose, so maybe I should try to get more Dens of Sin. I'll be more stable than him and maybe could pull some kind of late game comeback while his deck stalls out. That's the only hope really, but he is adding too many treasures to his deck for that to be a reasonably likely outcome for me. He picks up a colony. Again here, that's number 3 for him. I was able to get my first last turn. I'm not able to get one here, which is bad news, but I am able to get a city. He also picked up a city on 8 actually, picked up a city on 8, so he's really looking to just empty the colonies, finish the game. There goes another colony for him, and well, I don't need to tell you that I lost this game. You can figure that out for yourself. Again, close but no cigar with this Leprechaun, but it really would not have mattered. Again, scared of the poverty, it's called the Militia Hex, and just going to pick up a colony here and hope, I don't know, hope my opponent throws his deck into the garbage and he has no deck and can't buy anything. Nah, there's no hope here. This is just lost. So a bit unrealistic to go after the Leprechauns there. I think what my opponent did was nice. It was simple, straightforward, and effective. Leprechaun into Den of Sin, and you just need to get as many as you need to get up to Platinum, after which Platinum is a much better card than the Den of Sin. So that is game 3. Interestingly enough, we didn't go after a bank at all, even with the Dens of Sin in our deck. But whatever, it's not that big of a deal. The Platinum is the big treasure that you're after here, I feel. The bank will be very, very difficult to be ever worth more than a Platinum. Alright, so as I was saying, that is game 3. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.